Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone is good. Let me know in the chat where you're coming in from, what part of the world you're in, or what part of the UK. Let's do a few shout outs to begin with. I am coming to you live on Zoom from the very dull and cloudy Bolton Hills. Even the sheep look miserable today, I'll be honest with you. So let's give a few shout outs. Nicola is in Exeter, Denmark. For Gita, Southeast near Brighton, Jess, Kerry McGee in Belfast, Nikita, Staffordshire, Millie's in the Southeast, Erin is in London. So we're literally all over the place, and we're a little bit international as well. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is John Holowati. I've been part of the company now since 2009. I started very much on a part-time basis. I was a personal trainer, always had a passion for health and nutrition. So this was really an easy way for me to earn additional income. And we're not going to go into the products tonight. There is an opportunity group that you can get into for the products. So the person that invited you on will get you more info on that if you want. Let me tell you, the products are world-class. They're backed by science, and children can get them for free. Made total sense to me. I've been using the products now it'll be 13 years in September. I will take them for the rest of my life. And without the products, we honestly wouldn't have the amazing business that we have. But I want to talk to you about the opportunity that I believe is the most incredible opportunity in the world for normal people to achieve above average things in their lifestyle. And where I was looking at this in 2009, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, if that makes sense. I was working as a personal trainer, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, finishing at 10 o'clock in the evening, working weekends. I was famous for taking power naps in my car every time I got a 30-minute or an hour break, completely exhausted. And I had really inconsistent income as well. You know, it was some weeks would be really profitable. Some weeks would be an absolute disaster. Round about this time of the year when people went on vacations and stuff, my income would plummet and it was stressful. So I was looking for a way initially to bridge the income gap. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like whether you want to call it a recession or not, there is a financial crisis out there in the UK at the minute. You've only got to read the news. Petrol prices are going through the roof. I'm sure you've seen that a lot more when you're filling up your cars. Gas, electric bills are going up. Pretty much everything. Inflation is crazy at the minute. So an extra 150 to an extra £500 a month working part-time on your smartphone from home is a really simple way of changing that lifestyle and improving things. And that was where it was at for me. In 2009, I just wanted to make some extra income. I was working as a teacher in a college as well, and I didn't have any extra time. But what I did have was some time in the nooks and crannies of the day. Now, I want to take you back to 2009. There was no Instagram. That hadn't been created. There was no Zoom calls. There was no WhatsApp. It was BlackBerry Messenger, if you remember. You had a BlackBerry Bold. I don't know if you did, but it was all BBM messages back then. There was no WhatsApp, there was no Zoom calls, there was no Facebook Lives. So it was very much a person-to-person business, but now it's online as well. As you can see, we've got over 30 people on the call tonight. We do these calls on a Monday and on a Wednesday, and it's just a case of inviting people on. But I'm going to share with you some stuff that really blew my mind and took my lifestyle to the next level. I actually went full-time with the company in 2014. I got to a point where I matched my full-time income as a personal trainer. And then I went on to make more money in a year, more money in a month doing this than I made in a year as a personal trainer. So I had a decision to make and I went full-time in 2014, and I've been full-time with the business ever since. And 10 years ago, roundabout to this day and month, we started to create major momentum in the business based on the economy and people looking for an additional income stream. So let me tell you a little bit about what we have. This for me is a key point. There is no boss. All right. No boss. Nobody tells you what to do, where to be, when to do calls, when to go to meetings, when to go to events. You literally have the opportunity to put in as much effort as you want to with this. Like I said, some people do it full time, some people do it part time, some people do it a little bit at a time, right? An hour here, an hour there, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes there. The way I look at it, guys, is we're all sat at home on our phones watching TV anyway. So why not earn some income from your smartphone? You know, the way I see it is if you're not making money from your smartphone, you've got a dumb phone, right? So we need to make money from our smartphones. We're on it anyway. The other thing is this: we recommend products and services all the time. I guarantee during lockdown, you recommended a takeaway, you recommended a hairdresser's, you recommended a movie that you watch, you recommend, you know, books that you've read, hotels that you've stayed in, restaurants that you've eaten at. We're in the business of recommendations and inviting. That's all we do. So there's no boss. You get to work from anywhere. Last couple of weeks, I've been over in the Canary Islands working my business from there. I'm currently in the walk-in wardrobe at home in my house over here. And yeah, if you can do it in a wardrobe, you can do this business absolutely anywhere. We get to have a positive impact. All right. This is an amazing world-class product. As I said, get yourself in the testimonial group. We've got over 50,000 stories in there. Kids get the product for free. So we're doing something good. You know, this is something that inspires healthy living around the world. It's effort-related income. And here's the thing for me as a PT, I didn't have any more time to train any more people. So I was stuck. When I was a bartender, before I became a personal trainer, it didn't matter how many pints I poured or how many drinks I served. I still earned a set amount every single hour. That was it. I was paid by the hour. Whereas this, the faster you work, the harder you work, the quicker you work your way up through the marketing plan. Fun, friendships. I mean, been doing this over 12 years now, and the friends that I've made from the business, the fun that I've had, the next point, travel. I remember hitting the top position in the marketing plan, getting flown to Los Angeles by the company. We just come back from an amazing retreat in Mallorca where everyone was over there. We're going to Tenerife in November to get some winter sunshine. And it is a community, it's a club, it's something where you're going to be around like-minded people, positive people that want to have a great impact and not only change their lives and improve their lifestyles, but help other people do the same thing. Personal growth is absolutely massive. There's no way I'm not the most confidentest person in the world. I certainly wasn't when I started this, but you get personal development, you learn about books to read and things to watch on YouTube, and you go to conventions, and the amount of stuff that is there for you to help you grow as a person is absolutely incredible. And you'll hear some stories in a minute from some of the guys. And we have a blueprint, which I'm going to share with you in a minute, a really simple blueprint that everybody can follow, because everybody on this call knows at least 100 people. And out of those 100 people, a percentage of those 100 would like to make some extra income and upgrade their lifestyle. It's as simple as that. And I'll show you how this works in a minute. The other great thing about it is a risk-free business opportunity. So you pay a small sign-up fee of £50. Let's face it, £50 is a cheap, it's a crappy night out, innit? If you spend £50 on a night out. I was down in London yesterday, and a pint of cider cost me £7.40. Can you believe it? What is going on, right? £7.40 for a pint of cider. So £50 is not a big investment for an opportunity that gives you the ability to make retail income, residual income, and bonuses. I mean, you can start off by earning a little bit, can work your way to earn over £120,000 in bonuses if you want to do it. Is it possible? Yes, I've been able to do it. And there's other people on this call that have worked their way up through that bonus system as well. The other great thing about it is you get provided with a virtual office. So you operate your business from your smartphone, and you get your own little website that you send to people. They can order from your shop. The products get delivered directly to their door, and you get paid into your bank account on the 10th of every month. So let me just show you how it works. So here's you. You start on the products. So you start using the products, And what happens is then you go out there and you start to speak to people about the opportunity to have more fun, more friendships, more freedom, more income. Let's say you go out there and you find 5 good people that want to learn a little bit more about this, and they decide to get started. So they then start taking the products as well. So now you've got your own order, which you'll get your discount on, and you've got 5 team members that are on the products as well. All right. So these are product partners. What happens then is you teach these guys, because these 5 will know a load of other people exactly like them. How many people do you know right now where an extra £150 a month extra income would have a massive impact? In fact, I would love to know, what is the #1 thing financially that is killing you right now? Is it your rent? Is it your mortgage? Is it petrol? Is it car payments? What is it? What is the thing that's stressing you out right now, where an extra £150 to £500 a month will dramatically improve your lifestyle? So you teach these guys to go and do what you've done. They go and bring in their 5. So that's another 25. So now you've got 25 people using the product, partners as well. So in total, you've got 30 partners all using the product. You're going to get paid by the company for your order. All right. The company will pay you there. The company will also pay on this, and the company will pay on that. Now, here's the cool thing. Nobody ever just signs up and takes the product and that's it when they're a partner. They go out there and get other customers as well, because they take the product, it makes them feel good. They start talking about it to other people, posting on social media, etc. So let's say these go and get 10 customers each. All right. So they go and get 10 customers, and these 25 go and get 10 customers as well. All right. So you've got 5 people there with 10 customers. So that's 50 customers. Then you've got 25 partners here with 10 customers each. That's 250. So in total, you've got 300 people in your organization using the product. You're going to get paid a percentage of all those orders. And it's John Paul Getty that said this. If you don't know who John Paul Getty was, he was the very first billionaire from America. He said this, and I love this phrase: it's better to have 1% of 1,000 people's efforts than 100% of your own effort. All right. 100% of your own effort is a job. It's a salary. It's turn up, get paid, turn up, get paid. Don't show up, don't get paid. And that's okay. But if you want to build something long and lasting that pays you residual income, we've all got residual bills, right? We've all got phone bills, car finance, mortgages, utility bills that come out of our bank account every single month, whether we like it or not. How amazing would it be to have something that comes into your bank account on a residual basis? And I've been getting paid residual income for over 10 years now, thanks to this company. And that's the great thing about it, because of the subscription business model. So hopefully this makes sense so far. Let me know in the chat if it does. I'm going to take you down a little bit further with the power of numbers. And all you do is you learn this presentation and you teach it somebody else, or you just invite them on this call tonight or on a Monday night. If you duplicate this again, 25 partners bring in 5 partners each. That's now 125 partners that are on your 3rd generation. All right. 125 bringing in 5 gives you 625. So if we add up all these partners, now every single person gets paid, by the way, but if you add these up, you have a grand total of 780 partners. All right, 780 partners in your organization. They're all using the product, so everyone gets paid on that. But then let's say they've all got 10 customers each. You've now got 7,800 customers in your organization. These guys get paid, these guys get paid, these guys get paid, these guys get paid by the company. Every single person gets paid. And the amazing thing about it is you will end up growing an organization where there'll be people joining your team that you have never met before. And this is what started to happen for me. in 2012, 2013. I was looking on my virtual office and it said 5 new people have joined your organization, 10 new people have joined your organization. I had no idea who they were because it's called Make a Friend and Meet Their Friends. Really, really simple system. So hopefully this makes sense so far, guys. I'm now going to hand over to Lou, who will just share her story real quick with you. Hey, Lou, how are you? Can you just tell the guys a little bit about your quick product journey and your business story as well?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me on the call. Hi, everyone. So my name's Lou. I'm 43 years old. I joined as a brand partner 6 years ago. So I was 36 when I joined. I'm a lone parent. I've got 5 kids. I joined because I was desperate. Like, my health was at rock bottom. My financial position wasn't good either. So I was told about this opportunity. And to be honest, I was really skeptical to begin with. I was like, I just wasn't interested at all. But I tried the product, tried the capsules, and I could really feel like the difference, the health benefits. So I've got 3 different types of arthritis. I was really bad at the time. My immune system was just on the floor. I was struggling to get out of bed. I had to give up my job as a personal trainer because I just physically couldn't do the work anymore. So I tried the products, got really good results from them, and just knew straight away that like the business, it's kind of like a no-brainer really, like I had to join up. For me though, like I was living in temporary accommodation. So we were homeless at the time. We were in temporary accommodation. I just had about £15,000 worth of debt looming over me as well. I was on benefits, so I wasn't really in a position. Like 50 quid was a lot of money for me at the time. So I had to like juggle things around a bit so that I could sign up. But I was really excited about the products. I told my friends about the products, told my mum about the products. They brought the products as well. And I just shared it on social media. So in that first year of using the products, I actually dropped 5 stone in weight. I went from being really unfit, unhealthy, depressed to training at the gym 5 times a week. I signed up to do a bikini fitness competition, and it's just like my life, my health just did like a complete turnaround. And all I did was share that on social media. So I shared it on Facebook, shared it on Instagram, shared it with my friends and family. People were really interested to know how I'd gone from like struggling to get out of bed and in like thousands of pounds worth of debt to being at the gym, going into competitions, like having all this energy, and all of a sudden being able to get myself back into a good place financially. And I just shared the story with them, just how I'm sharing it with you now. And people were interested. So people signed up, got the products from me. My mum was my first customer 6.5 years ago. She's actually a brand partner now. So is my friend, so is my daughter. They were like my first customers. And it's just grown from there. And over the last 6 years, I've just continued to share my journey on social media and with anybody that I come into contact with, really, because I'm just so excited about it. But I've just continued to share that over the last 6 years. We are out of temporary accommodation. So within the first year, we moved out of temporary accommodation. We're in our own home now. I've been able to take the kids on holiday. I've been able to clear all the debt that I had looming over my head as well. My physical health is so much better because of the products and because of the business. Like my financial status is so much better as well now. And I've just continued to share that. And yeah, your customer base just grows and the team's just growing, and we're just going from strength to strength.
Amazing, Lou. Thank you so much for sharing that. Absolutely incredible. Please give it up for Lou in the chat if you can. None of us are professional speakers. We're all getting out of our comfort zones every week when we do these calls. So just a big pat on the back to you. Right, we're going to head over to Sky News now. We're going to go and see Erin, who's over at Sky, I think. So you're a journalist there. Can you tell us a little bit about your story and why you got started with the company, please, Erin?
Yeah, cool. So my name's Erin. I am a mum of 3, and I'm obviously a TV producer at Sky. So busy day today, that's for sure. So I started my business by chance. I saw it on social media, and I decided to reach out to the person and ask what she was doing because it looked like a lot of fun. I never expected to have as much fun as I have. I never expected to earn as much money, I guess, as I have. And I just saw it and thought, this looks cool. This looks like something I could try. I loved the fact that it wasn't a big risk to try it. I love the fact that you didn't have to deal with stock, go to the post office, none of that. It was just done online. I started with a couple of customers. I thought, yeah, you know what? I could do with getting healthier. who doesn't want to get healthier? So I thought I'll just do that and I'll start sharing my journey on social media. That was really out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to lie. I only had a couple of hundred friends on Facebook. Most of them were people I'd gone to school with. And it certainly was something that I wasn't used to doing. So I certainly wasn't like a social media expert in any shape or form. And I just found that it kind of grew. You just connect with people, I guess, that are similar to you or have similar goals or a similar outlook to you, and you just connect with them. So I found it like a really authentic way to build. Yeah, and I think what I love most about this opportunity is that you're really in control. And that's something I thought I was in control with my day job. But at the time I was at ITV, and because I didn't have this opportunity, I felt really trapped. I thought that was my only option, was to be at ITV. You know, I was getting up at 4 a.m. to go and work on the morning show, racing home to try and do the school run, exhausted. I had to beg for time off, annual leave. You know, if the kids got sick, I'd be like completely stressed and I'd be saying, I can't not go into work. You know, someone's got to produce the news. So, you know, I felt like someone was always in control of my life. And I think with this opportunity, you're in control. You know, I work this part-time around a very busy job, around 3 very demanding children. And I just do it in the little bits and pieces. I do it when they're asleep or when they're inside the gym. You know, I'll just do little bits. So for me, the fact I can earn as much doing this as I was as a TV producer from doing little bits around my life instead of away from my life is just everything. So I just think it's a fantastic opportunity for anyone, regardless of like your background, anything like that. Anyone can do it. And there's people there to help you. There's people there to support you, to show you how to sort of build your business in the way that you want. And I think that that's really cool.
Amazing, Erin. Thank you so much. Absolutely incredible story. Please give it up for Erin in the chat. I'm going to head over to my good mate Stevie, who's up in Glasgow now, who's going to share his story as well from a guy's point of view of being in the business. So hi, mate. Can you tell us a little bit about your story? Cheers, pal.
Hey, mate. So for those that don't know me, my name is Stephen McGuigan. I'm an international marketing director and I live in Glasgow, where it's indefinitely more grey than sunny Bolton. So, do you know, I love what John and Erin and Lou have said so far, and I'll try and relate a little bit of that to my story. But let's take you back to the beginning, where I first got involved in network marketing, Juice Plus company. It was well over 8 years ago. And I won't lie, guys, girls that you're watching, I signed up to make money. And at the time, I used to own a sales company, but that means nothing really in today's day and age. I was basically a glorified sales manager. And then up until then, been a bit of a jack of all trades and a master of none. Now, I'd earned good money at the time, but I felt capped. I felt like I had that ceiling, similar to what Erin described there. You know, I felt that I wasn't really in control of what I thought was going to be my future. So I started looking. I actually went looking for an opportunity. And back when I signed up, you know, we didn't have access to Zoom. Zoom didn't even exist. So you didn't have this privilege back then. I didn't even use Facebook. I couldn't tell you what Instagram was, Snapchat, TikTok, all these things weren't even a thing. But I just know I wanted a little bit more. And like many people that you'll hear from in this call that you probably speak to, and maybe yourself if you're coming to have a look at the opportunity, curiosity got the better of me. And it wasn't just more money that I wanted, it was a ticket to actually create more income, to kind of create whatever I wanted, the opportunity to live a little bit better than I was, because I had money at the time, but I just didn't have enough hours in the day to go and enjoy the life that I was trying to create for myself. I was working 11 to 11, 6 days a week. And what I thought was the way out for me, you know, working direct sales, turned out that I was just basically a slave to a higher paying industry. Do you know, and that life isn't about that. And I think a lot of people can relate to this now because the way the economy is and what's happening in the world. But cut back to the story again, I messaged the girl just out of curiosity. I seen her not just earning money, but actually kind of living life in her terms. And it's something that I've always wanted growing up in Glasgow. You know, the stigma here is that you need to get a trade. You probably have heard that where you're from, where you should just get this fixed job and go and get married and have a house and settle down. But I wanted a lot bit more than that, as I previously said. So I reached out, had a conversation. And I remember I spoke about this earlier on today to a friend. I went to that coffee shop, a Starbucks in the Cannes Galleries, to speak about this amazing opportunity. Do you know, and I was so broke at the time, I basically lost everything through a fault of a client that we used to work with. So we used to work in energy renewables. Basically, I was the guy that knocked on your door and tried to sell you loft, cavity wall insulation, solar panels, all these different things. But one catastrophe after another, I had to pay 25 staff out of my own pocket just to keep them in jobs, and it left me completely crippled and with nothing. So right away, I was hooked in the ability to build a business working from your phone. It all made sense. You know, the internet was starting to take over. I thought I can do this, you know, part-time, anytime, in the nooks and crannies of the day, like you heard John saying. Do you know, I remember when I started, I was literally going door to door, and in between each door, I would jump on my phone. And it was a bit of a slow burner for me. I had to really work at it. But I could see that the opportunities were endless because of the simplicity of it. And it's something I'm still very, very grateful for today. Do you know, we recommend things all the time. It's so true. Do you know, I went to the cinema to watch the Top Gun film. I told people about it. You go to a restaurant that you like, you tell people about it. Do you know, you go to a bar or a nice place in the world, you tell people about it. Do you know, everybody in this day and age seems to tell everybody about something they enjoy, whether they ask for it or not, on Facebook, Instagram, and that's the world we're living in. So I seen that it made sense. You know, we get paid for recommending a bulletproof product, and at the time I knew nothing about it. I had no concept of health and nutrition. You know, I wasn't into fitness, so I wouldn't even share that side of my story, because what's relevant now is opportunity to earn, and opportunity to create. And after progressing through the business and just doing that simple thing, which was extend the opportunity to other people, I extended it to everybody I knew. And I want to clarify the type of person you can actually offer this to. It can be anyone. You know, you've heard from Erin that's working in the news. You know, there's different types of people. There's people like me. You know, I've invited this opportunity to directors as well. There's six figures earners previously in other jobs that actually joined my business after. Why? Not just so they could have more money, but so they could have the opportunity to create more money, to create a better life. And the more and more I think about it, it's not just income, it's not just health that we have, but it really is a golden ticket to create. And I think deep down inside of me, all I really wanted was to be in total control of that. Do you know, I set my own alarm clock, I pick my own working hours, I travel. I've worked in Tenerife doing this business, up and down the country. So I've got to go to amazing events. I really get to decide when, how, why, and what I do for this business. And that's what makes it number one for me. And I'll finish off with this, a conversation that I had the other day. So the business has completely changed my life, guys. Like, I've earned over six figures. It's not just about that. You know, I've travelled all over. I've got to take care of friends and family, say yes to everything. But the conversations I've had are really what make me keep going and keep doing this. But one I had the other day was a friend of mine, and I only met this guy quite recently through the gym. So, you know, you'll meet people like in your life, and you'll network with people that you can share and offer this business to in places that you wouldn't even imagine a figure. But this guy is actually a lawyer. And I was speaking to him and I was asking him about his job. And, you know, the easy thing to do is to think, oh, that person doesn't need what we have. You know, but right now, everybody does need what we have. And it makes a sensible person that can look at an opportunity and see that it's for them. But this guy was a lawyer who, funnily enough, worked for an energy renewable company as well. But he was actually telling me a story and how miserable he was, that he was get dictated. You know, he had the chance of going for another job that paid him more, but he wanted to reject it because he didn't want to be told what to do, where to be constantly. You know, and I think the world's changing now from the way it was maybe 20, 30 years ago when we were told to get a job and earn as much money as we can. It's not about that anymore. It's about being sensible, you know, being able to have time freedom to create and do stuff that we want. So I told him about what he did, and instantly he could see the benefit and actually see the opportunity like I did. He'd be in the call tonight, but he was on his way to London doing, guess what? Getting bossed by another company that's doing exactly what he wants to do. So don't think or take anything for granted with this business. And you heard John say it as well, that when you start to go through those power in numbers, the people that come into your organisation, and I remember when my organisation or my team business, whatever you want to call it, was probably at its peak. I was on my virtual office. Do you know, we don't hold any stock. I just use a laptop or a phone that I'm using now. But I was on this and names were coming up of people that I've never met before. I remember actually walking out in the street and someone came up that knew me, that was in my organisation, but I didn't know them. And that's the power of the compound effect. And it all started with me, just that one person that reached out, extended the opportunity, invited a few people to come and look at what we're doing. And it grew and it grew and it grew. And I always remember one thing John said to me, you know, like the ability to earn residual income, whether we're at work or not, whether we're sleeping or awake. And that's where the magic happens for me. So that's pretty much my story. You know, I've built an amazing business. I love what we do. I'm excited and thrilled to be consistently sharing this with people going into the next few years. And I think right now, there's never been a greater need for it. More and more people are looking at using their mobile phones, using the internet to make a living. The cost of living's went up. It makes total sense to have a side income. So if you're on the fence about it, go for it. What have you got to lose? 50 quid at the end of the day. We spend that in a weekend in a Domino's or a drinks. You know, if you've been doing the business a little bit, keep going and keep building that, keep sharing and inviting people. Don't have a stigma attached to anyone about who you think could do this. Reach out and invite and extend the opportunity to everyone. And I guarantee that in a year down the line, your life will be completely different.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much for sharing that. Absolutely incredible. Give it up for Stevie in the chat, guys. We're almost there. I just want to share my screen with you because this is the bonus plan. Hopefully you can see it. Everybody starts off at this position and they work their way up through the rankings, and you collect bonuses along the way as well as the residual income. And as Stevie just said there, how many people do you know right now that want to earn additional income? I guarantee if you go away now, and if you're on this call and it's already resonated with you, I bet you've already started to think of people that you know that are being interested in earning extra income from this opportunity. So write a list of names, write down every single person that you know, and reach out to them. Let them know that there's an opportunity to earn additional income from home with a world-class product. Invite them onto this call. We'll try and get the recording to you as well if you want to send them that. The next call that we do will be on Monday at 8 p.m. It's absolutely amazing. It's the best business decision I have ever made in my life. And I'll just share another slide with you guys because you can also build internationally as well. So we ship to all these countries around the world. I've got customers in America, partners in Denmark, partners in Finland, partners in Dubai, business partners in Australia, you know, Ireland. It's absolutely a global village right now, just from your smartphone, using social media. And what it's done for me has been absolutely incredible. Been able to go full time with the business, spend a lot of time abroad, be able to live life on my terms and do what I want when I want. And money isn't everything. You know, let me just explain that to you, but it gives you choices. It gives you the ability to say yes to the things that you really want to do and no to the things that you don't want to do. So dive in, grab it with both hands, get in touch with the person that invited you on the call, tell them that you're ready to go, and they'll explain a little bit more of how to get started, and they'll train you on how to build your network from the word go. Have an amazing week, and we will see you all very, very soon. Cheers, guys. Thanks to all the speakers, and have a great weekend.